Got it. Now this guy's got a long
firsts, lasts, and in-betweens. We're certainly not the last class to get a smile and a kiss from Bruiser walking across campus. We are never going to be the last class to begin our college careers by serving our local community and pursuing our passions. Above all else, come hell or high water, we will never be the last class to come to Adrian College and find a motivated and supportive community of students, faculty, and staff, and leave with the skills and tools needed to be inspiring industry leaders and professionals with high hopes and dreams for our bright futures ahead. The people and the experiences that we are most grateful for are the ones that will continue us on this upward path for the rest of our lives. In the spirit of gratitude, thank you to my fellow classmates for being a part of this community with me. Whether we spent most of these moments together or barely crossed paths, you contributed your gifts and talents to continue the legacy of this incredible community. Thank you for prioritizing the preservation of the Adrian College experience and for continually seeking to develop the institution's ability to develop both the knowledge in our heads and the care in our hearts.
Thank you to the roommates, friends, teammates, and peers who, although we have only known each other for 4 years, it seems impossible to think about being surrounded by anyone else in the coming weeks. We celebrated each other's accomplishments, became each other's biggest cheerleaders, and never let each other struggle alone. College has been called the most formative years of our lives, but I can say for certain that these last 4 years have included both the most amazing and most difficult moments of my life. One constant, however, is the support of my friends through it all. It is impossible to thank everyone who makes up our AC family. Together, you have each played an integral role in helping us achieve this momentous milestone.
And you be proud to be a graduate of Adrian College. It's a good day to be a Bulldog. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2023.
Today's students on the threshold of a magical time in your life, a time of significant growth and introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and opportunity. A time when you will always look back at and say, you know what? Those were incredibly special years. Never experienced before I arrived and never replicated after you leave college.
continue to take pride and learn from Asa Mahan's leadership today. 161 years of commitment to harnessing the power of creativity, ingenuity, community, and academic excellence.
I believe that if you get your degree here, the world is going to feel like it's shrinking.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Nicolay Field for another afternoon of Adrian College MIAA Bulldog Baseball. A game featuring your Adrian College Bulldogs and the Alma College Scots. I'm Forrest Vernier on play-by-play. Alex Herman is directing. For those of you watching at home, get your microwave popcorn, pull up a chair, sit back, relax, and enjoy another game of Bulldog baseball. Pitching today for your Adrian College Bulldogs is Jackson Clark, who is getting ready on the mound right now, making his warm-up throws to the catcher, Kedro. Also your defensive stars in the outfield is Rogers in left, Cassell in center, Lifford in right, Davis and Miranda on the corners at third and first, Bruder the shortstop, and Charles playing second base. And the batting order for Alma is Warren, Tuttle, Karnakan, Chakowski, Hawley, Grunwald, Alexander, Martin, and Foley. As leading things off for the Scots is Kyler Warren. Warren is a junior from Belleville, Michigan. And here we go, the first pitch from Clark. As Warren swings, it's a fly ball to right center field. And the ball is dropped by Lifford. Warren's going to third, and he'll make it there. On the first pitch, Warren has a stand-up triple. Now the shortstop, Kevin Tuttle, will take his first at bat. Tuttle, the fifth-year senior from Woodhaven, Michigan, graduated from Riverview Gabriel Richard High School. The 0-1 pitch from Clark. That's in there for strike two. And Clark is not messing around. He is going right after Tuttle. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Ground ball to the shortstop, Bruder. The run will score, but they will get the out at first. But it's 1-0 Scots already. RBI from Kevin Tuttle. As the run scores is now Avery Karnakan. First pitch to him is low and outside, ball one. Foul tapped, and the count is even at 1-1. 1-0 Scots on the RBI ground out from Kevin Tuttle. Here's the 1-1 from Clark. Check swing foul toward the Scots dugout. 1-2 on Karnakan, the first baseman for the Scots. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Clark. Swinging a high pop-up. That'll go foul out of play. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Clark. Swinging another foul. Just the start of things here at Nicolay Field, but it's already 1-0 in favor of the Scots. 1-2 from Clark. That is low and inside. Count is even at 2-2 on Avery Karnakan. Also a fifth-year senior. He's from Woodhaven, Michigan. The 2-2 pitch. Called strike three. And Clark has his first strikeout of the day as he gets Karnakan looking on a 2-2 pitch at the bottom of the box. And Chakowski grounds it to third. Miranda will take it himself. And that's the end of the top half of the first inning. As we go to the bottom of the first inning, one run on one hit on an RBI on a ground out. As we go to the bottom of the first inning, Scots 1.
Bulldog fans, connect with Adrian College TV on social media to be updated when we're broadcasting live, to see highlights, plays of the week, and much more. Adrian College Television is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ACTV's handle is at Adrian College TV on every form of social media. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing to the home of the Bulldogs, Adrian College TV. Bulldog fans, connect with Adrian College TV on social media.
And we are back. And here we are at the bottom of the first inning. And for those of you that missed it, it started off with a triple by Warren. And that was actually an error. Let's take a look at the replay. As he hit it to right center, And it looked like there was a miscommunication between Cassell and Lifford as the ball was dropped. But Warren was able to make it to third, and he scored on the ground out from Kevin Tuttle. As the Scots have a 1-0 lead. And pitching for the Scots is Colin Chakowski, the fifth-year senior from Brownston, Michigan. He graduated from Woodhaven High School. As leading things off for the Bulldogs will be the second baseman Jacob Charles, followed by Joe Cassell, Nick Bruder. Batting fourth, playing cleanup is A.J. Miranda, then Kedro, Klaus, Davis, Rogers, and Lifford. And defensively, and your defense starters for the Scots is Warren, Foley, and Grunwald in the outfield. Hawley and Carnicorn on the corners, third and first, respectively. Tuttle playing shortstop, Alexander at second, Martin the catcher, and Chakowski on the mound. And the first pitch to Charles is low and inside, ball one. Jacob Charles is a sophomore from San Angelo, Texas. So they were no hits in the top of the first. So that triple from Warren again was on a defensive error. 2-0 to Charles as he shows bunt, but a called strike. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That's in there for strike two on Jacob Charles. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Look out, that's fouled. Good at bat so far for Jacob Charles. On deck is Joe Cassell. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And he just missed inside. Count is full at 3-2. Chakowski gets ready. 3-2. And he lost him. And it looks like that ball barely hit his helmet. As the leadoff man for the Bulldogs is aboard. Joe Cassell, the center fielder, the junior from Wesley Chapel, Florida. And he shows bunt. And they'll get the out on a nice play by Hawley. But going to second is Charles, as he is now in scoring position. As Cassell grounds out to third. And now Nick Bruder will try to pick up Charles from second. As Charles represents the tying run, and it looks like Martin wants to talk to Chakowski. One out here in the bottom of the first inning. It is 1-0 in favor of the Alma Scots. Here's Nick Bruder. First pitch to him. That is high on the slider, ball one. Charles leads from second. One 1-0 on Bruder. That's in there on the inside corner for strike one on Bruder, the freshman from Centerville, Ohio, graduated from Centerville High School. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's high and outside, 2-1. Chakowski, the southpaw. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That's in there, ball three, and only one out here in the bottom of the first. No hits yet from either team. Here's the 3-1. In there, and the count is full at 3-2. And the cleanup man, A.J. Miranda, the first baseman, is on deck. 3-2. Look out. Foul ball hits the net. Three and two on Nick Bruder. Here on a partly cloudy, as the sun is trying its best to shine. Also, the wind is starting to pick up. 3-2 on Bruder. Bruder hits a swing and a fly ball to left. Will it stay in play? It will not. It will go foul in the bullpen. And this at-bat will continue for Bruder. As the sun goes behind the cloud. Three and two on Nick Bruder. And another foul the opposite way. As a reminder, also today is opening day for Major League Baseball. As the Tigers right now just started playing against the Chicago White Sox. 3-2. That is ball four. As Bruder will draw a walk. That is the second walk of the inning for Chakowski. As the Bulldogs will have runners at first and second with one out, with A.J. Miranda. And he is hit by the pitch. And the bases will be loaded with only one out for David Kedrow. As Chakowski hits Miranda on the first pitch. And the bases are loaded for David Kedrow. First pitch from Chakowski. In there for a called strike. David Kedrow, the junior from Macomb, Michigan. Graduated from Eisenhower High School. As he takes strike two on the inside corner, on the slider. One out, bases loaded, 1-0 Scots. 0-2. And that's going to get away. Or no, it hit him. But the run will score on a hit by pitch with the bases loaded. And that is the second hit batter in a row from Chakowski. As this game is tied at a run apiece. And the bases will remain loaded as this game is all tied up. But the go-ahead run is 90 feet away. As Andrew Klaus, the junior from Westerville, Ohio, takes strike one. And Ryan Davis is on deck. 0-1. Look out. Another foul that hits the net as Davis from the on-deck circle comes to retrieve it. Hands it to the coach. 0-2. That's outside. Ball one. One and two on Klaus. Check swing. Did he go? He did not, says the first base umpire. And the count is 2-2 on Klaus, the DH for the Bulldogs. As Davis is on deck. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That's inside, 3-2. Three and two on Klaus. Got him, strike three. As Klaus strikes out looking with the bases loaded, and Chakowski has his first strikeout of the day. It's now Ryan Davis, the junior from Hebron, Ohio. Ryan Davis taking his first at bat today. And he takes ball one outside. Game is tied at 1 with the bases loaded with 2 outs now. 1-0 on Davis. Davis hits a high fly ball to right center field. Going back to the wall. It is gone! Let Bruiser fetch that one. A grand slam for Ryan Davis. As the Bulldogs take the lead. On a grand slam home run by Ryan Davis. And his teammates are going crazy for him. Let's look at it again. As he hits it the opposite way. As Grunwald and Foley ran out of room. And the first pitch to Easton Rogers, he fouls it away. Rogers swings and misses. Oh and 2. That is way outside. The Bulldogs now have a 5-1 lead. As we have had quite a wild first inning here at Nicolay Field. One and 2. Rogers fouls it away again. And if Rogers shall reach, Travis Lifford is on deck. One and 2. Got him swinging. That's 2 strikeouts in the inning for Chakowski, but the Bulldogs get 5. From a hit by pitch with the bases loaded and a grand slam by Ryan Davis. As we now go to the second inning, Bulldogs lead 5-1. We'll be right back here on
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself. Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other.
And we are back now as we're at the top half of the second inning. And for those of you that are just joining in, I am Forrest Vernier on play-by-play. Alex Herman is directing. As we just had a wild first inning. And the Bulldogs take the lead the Bulldogs took the lead 5-1 on a grand slam by Ryan Davis. Let's take a look at this again. Chakowski, the 1-0 pitch. And as soon as Davis hit it, he knew it was gone. As Clark gets back to work, first pitch to Mac Hawley. As he hits it foul. Oh and 1. Slow breaking ball in there for strike 2. Hawley, the fifth-year senior from Brooklyn, Michigan, graduated from Tecumseh High School. And that was the same city where I took my driver's test. Oh and 2 on Mac Hawley. Bounce in the dirt. Picked up by Kedro. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. A strikeout by Clark to start the second. That's only the second strikeout of the day for Clark. As he and Chakowski have matched up with the strikeout count. As the first pitch to Cole Grunwald is ball 1 inside. 1-0. Look out. Fouled away and the count is even at 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Clark. And that's ball 2. Now I'd like to correct a slight mistake I made on the grand slam hit by Davis. Going back were Grunwald and Foley. There's a fly ball hit to center, and that is caught by Cassell for the second out of the inning. Dalton Alexander will now bat. Alexander, a fifth-year senior from Canton, Michigan, graduated from Plymouth High School as he takes ball 2. 2-0 on Alexander. Bulldogs have a 5-1 lead. There's a line drive base hit. That's a fair ball down the left field line. Alexander round first, going to second, and he'll make it there standing up with a 2-out double. Now Charlie Martin, the catcher for the Scots. And a pickoff attempt, not in time. Charlie Martin, the freshman from Ithaca, Michigan. That's a strike. 2 outs here in the second. As moments ago, the Scots got their first hit of the day on the double from Dalton Alexander. And that's gonna go through Miranda. Rounding third is Alexander. He slides and he scores. as it's now 5-2 in favor of the Bulldogs. Let's look at this one again. As that's an RBI single, as Martin leads from first. 2-1 on Foley. That's low and outside, 3-1. Foul tap. As the count is now full. Three and two, runners going, and that's ball four. And the Scots now will have runners at first and second with 2 outs. And now the tying run has come to the plate. And Kyler Warren is it. Warren in the first inning scored on an RBI ground out from Kevin Tuttle. As remember, in the first inning, Warren hit a fly ball to right center and was dropped. And he made it all the way to third standing up. As we are now back at the top of the lineup for the Scots. 1-0 from Clark. As Warren hits a high pop fly. And that's going to be caught by Cassell. As the Scots get one more run. But the Bulldogs still lead 5-2 as we go to the bottom of the second inning. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Here we are now at the bottom half of the second inning. As we apologize for technical difficulties we're experiencing as the camera in center field apparently is shut down. So we apologize for that. As for the Bulldogs, we're now at the bottom of the lineup as Travis Lifford. As Lifford will take called strike one. Lifford is a sophomore from Oxford, Michigan. Graduated from Goodrich High School. The 0-1 pitch. He swings. It's a fly ball. Pop fly to left. That's going to be caught by Warren for the first out of the inning. And we're now back at the top of the lineup. We're now back at the top of the lineup for the Bulldogs. Jacob Charles, who walked in the first inning. One and 0 on Charles. As he takes the ball outside from Chikowski. Two and one. That's inside, ball 3. And that's ball 4, and as Charles has walked for the second time today. Here's Joe Cassell, who grounded out in the first while advancing Charles to second. Takes strike 1 on the outside corner from Chakowski. And Cassell swings and misses for strike 2. Here's the 0-2. That's low and outside. Ball 1. 1 out here in the second. Bulldogs lead 5-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That is inside. And the count is even at 2-2 on Cassell. Full count now. Charles leads from second. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a foul. This at-bat will continue for Cassell. As Phil Villardo comes out from the dugout to retrieve that one. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Runners going. That's strike 3. Throw to second is not in time. A stolen base for Jacob Charles. Nick Bruder, who walked in the first inning. And he was one of the runners that scored on the grand slam by Ryan Davis as he takes strike 1 from Chakowski. Charles now leads from second. Here's the 1-0. That's in there, and the count is even at 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And he hits a ground ball to the third baseman, Hawley. Throws him out, and that's the end of the second inning. It is still 5-2 in favor of your Adrian College Bulldogs as we go the top half of the third inning. No runs, no hits. Only one left from a walk and a stolen base as we go the third inning. Bulldogs 5 and
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
And now we're at the top half of the third inning as Jason Clark gets back to work. Clark so far has only given up 2 runs on 2 hits and 1 error. And believe it or not, he has struck out 2. Here's Kevin Tuttle, who will start things off in the third. Tuttle in the first inning, grounded out to short, but had an RBI as Warren scored from third. As Tuttle takes strike one from Clark. The 0-1 pitch. Tuttle hits a high pop fly to center, and that's going to be caught by Cassell for the first out of the inning. 1 up, 1 down in the third. Here's Avery Carnicon. Carnicon struck out in the first. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Clark. Swing and a foul out of play. That one went right over our heads. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's in there on the outside corner for strike two on Carnicon. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Whoa! That one came right towards my face, but thankfully we have the net. One and two now on Carnicon. Swinging another foul. It bounced off his leg. As they quickly get a new ball. One out here in the third. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And he hits one to left. Coming to catch this one is Rogers for out number 2. Is now the pitcher, Chakowski, who grounded out to A.J. Miranda in the first. And Chakowski will take strike one from Jackson Clark. The 0-1 pitch. In there for strike two. And Clark is not messing around. He is going right after Chakowski. 0-2. That's way outside. A ball and 2 strikes now on Chakowski. 1-2. And he got him looking. 3 strikeouts so far now for Clark. As we go to the bottom of the third inning. And that's a 1-2-3 inning for Clark. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left. As we go to the bottom of the third inning. Bulldogs 5. And the
Bulldog fans, connect with Adrian College TV on social media to be updated when we're broadcasting live, to see highlights, plays of the week, and much more. Adrian College Television is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ACTV's handle is at Adrian College TV on every form of social media. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing to the home of the Bulldogs, Adrian College TV.
Here we go at the bottom of the third as Chakowski gets back to work on the mound. As Chakowski has given up 5 runs today, including a grand slam earlier by Ryan Davis. As the Bulldogs lead 5-2. And we are getting breaking news, MK. The center field camera now is back and working. A.J. Miranda, who was hit by a pitch in the first inning, will take his second at bat. And the graduate student fouls it away on the first pitch from Chakowski. Fun fact, Miranda is also one of our Young Life leaders here on campus. The 1-0. And did that hit him? Apparently it did. And that is the second time today that Miranda is aboard on a hit by pitch. And up next is David Kedro, who was also hit by a pitch in the first inning, which made a run score. Remember, he hit him with the bases loaded. As Miranda now leads from first, nobody out. Just the start of things here in the bottom of the third. Here's the 1-0. That's in there, and the count is even at 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Here's a ground ball to second, and that'll get through Alexander. He'll throw to second. It'll be not in time, as Miranda is safe at second. As Alexander drops the ball. Let's take a look at this one again. Here's Andrew Klaus. He's showing bunt, and that's going to roll foul. Klaus struck out in the first inning. Chakowski has struck out only 2. Here's the 1-1, or 0-1, excuse me. And that goes foul, and it hits the roof. Klaus is the DH for the Bulldogs, as he struck out with the bases loaded before that grand slam. That's low and outside, a ball and 2 strikes on Klaus. As Davis, the hero of the first inning, waits his turn on deck. Here's the 1-2. Checked it, did he go? Yes, he did, that's strike 3. Second time Klaus has gone out on strikes, this time on a check swing. As Davis, who hit that grand slam that gave the Bulldogs the lead in the first inning, as he'll now try to pick up Miranda and Kedro, who are on base. First pitch to Davis. That's in there for strike 1 from Chakowski. Oh and 1 on Davis. Davis hits it up the middle. Base hit to center field. Miranda is rounding third, and he's going to come in and score. And Davis is now 2 for 2, as he now has an RBI double. Let's take a look at this one. As Davis hits a line drive up the middle. That's good base running from A.J. Miranda as he comes in to score. As that's a ground ball to the shortstop. And he's safe as the ball is bobbled and the run will score. It is now 7-2 Adrian College. As that'll be an RBI for Easton Rogers. Is looking at the replay as the run was able to score easily. Still only 1 out. Travis Lifford, who flied out in the second. And the first pitch hits a high pop fly. Foul territory as Carnicon makes the catch for out number 2. Davis is still at second. Rogers is at first. As we're now back at the top of the lineup, as Charles swings and misses on the first pitch from Chakowski. 0-1. Runners at first and second, 2 outs, 7-2 Adrian College. Here's the pitch. Strike 2. Oh and 2. A ball and 2 strikes on Charles. Two outs here in the third. 1-2. Check swing. Did he go? He did not. Count is even now at 2-2. Bulldogs lead 7-2. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Runners going, and that's into right field. Grunwald appears to have room, and he makes the catch. But the Bulldogs get 2 more runs on an RBI double from Ryan Davis, and then an RBI single from Easton Rogers. As we now go to the 4th inning, Bulldogs 7 and Scots 2.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
And we are back. As now we're at the top of the 4th inning as Jackson Clark gets back to work on the mound. As the Bulldogs earlier just scored 2 more runs on an RBI double from Ryan Davis, and also an RBI from Rogers. Well, that was actually on another defensive error. As Clark, first pitch is a called strike on Mac Hawley. Hawley struck out in the first inning. Clark has struck out 3. 0-1. That's low and outside. A ball and a strike on Hawley. And that's strike 2. One and 2 from Clark. That's fouled away. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Strike 3 call. And that's strikeout number 4 for Jackson Clark. As he gets Hawley looking on a breaking ball. Look at that. What a breaking ball. That's the second time Hawley's gone down on strikes. Swing and a foul by Cole Grunwald. Grunwald flied out earlier in the second. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's ball 2. 1 out here in the 4th inning. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Ground ball to the shortstop, Bruder. Makes a good throw to Miranda. 2 up, 2 down here in the 4th. As that is 5 in a row retired by Clark. Dalton Alexander had a double back in the 2nd and then scored on an RBI single from Charlie Martin. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Clark. That's low, ball 1. 2 outs here in the 4th. The 1-1. Ground ball to third. Ryan Davis, long throw, and he got him at first. 1-2-3 inning for Jackson Clark. That is 6 in a row now retired. As let's take a look at this replay. A ground ball. What a day so far for Ryan Davis. That's a good play by him, as now we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left. Bulldogs 7, Scots 2. Here at Nicolay Field, this is the home of Adrian College Sports.
Bulldog fans, connect with Adrian College TV on social media to be updated when we're broadcasting live, to see highlights, plays of the week, and much more. Adrian College Television is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ACTV's handle is at Adrian College TV on every form of social media. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing to the home of the Bulldogs, Adrian College TV.
Here we are now in the bottom of the 4th inning. Bulldogs lead 7-2. For those of you that are just joining, I am Forrest Vernier on play-by-play. Alex Herman is directing. As Chakowski now will get back to work on the mound for the Scots. As Joe Cassell, who is grounded out, will take strike 1. Cassell hits a fly ball to left. Will it stay in play? It does not. It goes foul. It lands right next to the bullpen. 0-2 on Cassell. Just the start of things here in the bottom of the 4th. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and another foul hits the net. (0-2) on Cassell. And he got him, strike 3. And Chakowski has matched the count with Clark as they have both struck out 4. Nick Bruder, who has walked today, takes ball 1 from Chakowski. 1 out here in the 4th. Here's the 1-0. And there's a base hit to right field as Bruder reaches base for the 2nd time and gets his first hit. It's A.J. Miranda, who has been hit by a pitch twice today. And he has also scored twice. Will now try to pick up Bruder from first. Miranda swings and hits it foul. Only 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. Bulldogs lead 7-2. Bruder leads from first. Throw back to first. And the ball is dropped by Carnicon. As Kedro is on deck. Here's the 1-1 to Miranda. And a good block. That's a good block by the catcher, Martin. As he does a good job stopping Bruder from trying to advance to second. 2-1. And Miranda swings and misses. That's strike 2. Here's the 2-2. Miranda swings and hits a fly ball to center field, and that's going to be caught by Foley. Bruder will have to go back to first. As Miranda flies out for out number 2. As David Kedro, who was hit by a pitch that scored in a run early in the first inning. Remember, he was hit when the bases were loaded. As he takes strike 1 from Chakowski. Bruder still at first with 2 outs. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a foul. And it goes into the Bulldog dugout. Here's the 0-2, runners going. Here's Martin's throw. It is not in time, but the ball bounced away, but was quickly picked up by Tuttle. As that is a stolen base for Nick Bruder. And that's the second stolen base of the day for the Bulldogs. Count is now 1-2 on David Kedro. Bruder now takes the lead from second. 1-2. Swing and a high pop fly. Foul territory. But it will go out of play, and it bounces into the pavilion. This at-bat will continue at least one more pitch. A ball and 2 strikes on Kedro. 2 outs here in the 4th as Bruder leads from second. Swing and a high fly ball to left. And Warren will make the catch for out number 3. As we now go to the 5th inning, Bulldogs still have a 7-2 lead. And don't go anywhere, we will be right back. And we are back now as we go the top half of the 5th inning. And what a game this has been so far here at Nicolay Field. To give you a short recap, in the top of the 1st inning, the Scots took the lead 1-0 on an RBI groundout from Kevin Tuttle. And then the Bulldogs tied it up on a hit by pitch with the bases loaded. And then Ryan Davis gave the lead by hitting a grand slam the opposite way. The Scots scored one more run on an RBI single from Charlie Martin in the second. Then the Bulldogs got two more in their top half of the second by an RBI double by Ryan Davis. And then another run on a ball hit by Easton Rogers as the ball was bobbled at first. As Charlie Martin will lead things off. Martin, who had an RBI single in the second, takes strike one from Jackson Clark. Here's the 0-1 pitch. As Clark has retired 6 in a row. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And Martin swings and hits a fly ball to right. And that'll be caught by Lifford. 1 out here in the 5th. That is now 7 in a row retired by Clark. As we are now at the bottom of the lineup now, as Mitch Foley shows bunt. Ball 1. Here's the 1-0 from Clark. As Foley takes a strike about at the top of the box. One and one from Clark. That's strike 2. One and two from Clark now. Check swing. Did he go? He did not. Count is even. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Mitch Foley. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Ground ball to third. That's a foul ball. This has been a good at-bat for Mitch Foley so far. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Look out. That is high and inside. Full count now. Here's the 3-2 pitch. That is a called third strike for out number 2. And another strikeout for Clark, his 5th. That one went right down the middle. That was a good pitch from Clark. As he gets Foley looking for his 5th strikeout. That is now 8 in a row retired by Clark, the 0-1. He just missed with that fastball. As we are now back at the top of the lineup, Kyler Warren hits a fly ball into right. That will be caught by Lifford to end the inning on a 1-2-3 inning, and that is now 9 in a row retired by Jackson Clark. That is his 3rd consecutive 1-2-3 inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left. As we now go to the bottom of the 5th inning, Bulldogs 7, Scots 2. This is the home of Adrian College Sports. Bottom of the 5th inning now. Bulldogs lead 7-2 over the Alma College Scots. As Chakowski's day is done, as he gave up 7 runs and 4 hits and allowed an error. Even though he did strike out 4. As we're getting a new pitcher now for the Scots. And ladies and gentlemen, that is Chase Ballhoff. Ballhoff is a senior from Commerce, Michigan. Graduated from Walled Lake Central High School. Andrew Klaus, who has struck out twice today, takes a ball from Ballhoff. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Low and in the dirt. Count is 2-0 on Klaus, the DH. Here's the 2-0. That one gets away. But Martin didn't need to worry too much about that one, as there's no one on base yet here in the 5th. Here's the 3-0. And that'll be a 4-pitch walk to Klaus. First time he's on base today. As Ryan Davis, who hit a grand slam in the 1st inning and had an RBI double in the 3rd. He is 2 for 2 today. Here's the first pitch to Davis. Takes the ball outside from Ballhoff. Klaus leads from first. Nobody out. Only just the start of things here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Here's the 1-0. Davis takes strike 1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Davis swings and hits it foul. A ball and 2 strikes on Ryan Davis. One and 2, runners going. Martin's throw. And it is not in time. A stolen base from Klaus. Let's take a look at this one again. As Klaus had a good lead. He is now in scoring position. 2 and 2 on Ryan Davis. That's ball 3. Full count now. Three and 2 coming from Ballhoff. Here's the pitch. Strike 3 call. First time Davis has struck out, and that is the first strikeout of the day for Ballhoff. As he gets Davis looking on a full count. And now Easton Rogers. Rogers struck out in the first, but also had an RBI on a defensive error. Takes ball 1 from Ballhoff. One out. Klaus at second. The 1-0. Check swing, foul. A ball and a strike. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Here it is. Ground ball to third. Hawley's got it. And will they get the double play? They will not. And they're waving the runner home. He's going to try to score, and he is safe. Second RBI of the day from Rogers. As the runner scores, let's take a look at it. As he comes all the way from second, he stops at third at first, but his teammates wave him on home. Here's Travis Lifford. Lifford hits a fly ball to left center field, and that is going to get down by Foley. Lifford goes to second, and he has his first hit of the day with a stand-up double. Good hit from Lifford. As that gets over the head of Foley. So now we're back at the top of the lineup. It's Jacob Charles, who has walked twice. Hits a ground ball to second, and that is dropped, but they got him anyway. But the Bulldogs get one more run on the second RBI of the day from Easton Rogers, as we now go to the sixth inning. Bulldogs 8. And the Scots 2. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. This is the home of Adrian College Sports.
Bulldog fans, connect with Adrian College TV on social media to be updated when we're broadcasting live, to see highlights, plays of the week, and much more. Adrian College Television is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ACTV's handle is at Adrian College TV on every form of social media. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing to the home of the Bulldogs, Adrian College TV.
And we are back as we go the top half of the sixth inning. What a day it has been for Clark on the mound. Despite only giving up 2 runs and 2 hits and 2 errors, he has struck out 5. And he has also allowed no base runners for 3 consecutive innings, as he has retired 9 in a row. I am Forrest Vernier here on play-by-play. Alex Herman is directing. As Kevin Tuttle, who has had an RBI on a ground out, he has also flied out. So Tuttle, even though having an RBI, is 0 for 2, as Tuttle hits a fly ball to left. And Rogers makes the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the 6th. That is now 10 in a row retired by Jackson Clark. As Carnicon takes strike 1 from Clark. 1 out here in the 6th, 8-2 Bulldogs. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Bouncer in the dirt. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's in there for strike 2. One and 2 from Clark. That's going to get away, but Kedro won't have to worry about that one, as there's no one on base yet. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out for out number 2. 11 in a row now retired by Clark. Let's look at this one again. Watch very closely at the pitch. as Chakowski, and that's gonna get by Cassell. And Chakowski goes to second. He's on his way to third as he has a triple. That was well hit, but it gets right by Cassell and Rogers. As that is the second triple of the day from the Scots. And the streak is now over for Clark as he retired 11 consecutive batters. Now gives up a triple to Colin Chakowski. Here's Mac Hawley, who has struck out twice today. As Clark now has 6 strikeouts. 1-1. Fouled away. Chakowski now at third. Remember, he also pitched, but will stay in this game as the DH. 1-2. And he just missed. Clark, for a second, thought he had him. Two balls and 2 strikes now on Hawley. And that is caught by A.J. Miranda. Nice catch by the first baseman. As we now go to the bottom of the 6th inning. No runs. Only 1 hit. And no errors, and only 1 left from the triple by Chakowski. Bulldogs 8, Scots 2 here at Nicolay Field. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after these messages.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
As we're now at the bottom of the 6th inning, as Adam Grzywinski will take over on the mound for the Scots. Look at that sidearm. Bulldogs have an 8-2 lead. And due up is Joe Cassell. As he'll lead things off here in the bottom of the 6th. I am Forrest Vernier on play-by-play. Alex Herman is directing. As he's done a good job keeping track of the score and showing the replays. As he's also one of our announcers, as he primarily calls hockey games. Coming up to bat is Cassell, the center fielder. He has grounded out and struck out. So remember the first inning, he grounded out to short, but helped Charles advance to second. Here's the first pitch from Grzywinski. That is tapped right back to him. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Now, does anyone recognize this walk-up song? If you do, then you had a great childhood. Here's Nick Bruder, who has walked and singled. I believe he has also had a stolen base Here's the 0-1. Grounder foul. That's caught by one of the Bulldog players in the dugout. 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. A.J. Miranda is on deck. 0-1. And that is caught by the second baseman, Alexander. 2 up, 2 down in the 6th. Here comes A.J. Miranda. Miranda has been hit by a pitch twice today. He has also flied out. First pitch. Miranda swings and misses. On the slider from Grzywinski. Grzywinski is a freshman from Dublin, Ohio. Miranda hits it foul, 0-2. Oh, 2 from Grzywinski. That's outside. A ball and 2 strikes. As his pitching style there is one of the most unique styles you will ever see. 1-2. That is ball 2. 2-2 on A.J. Miranda. Here's the pitch. Miranda swings and he hits a base hit as it gets right through Alexander. As Miranda, on base for the 3rd time today, gets his first hit. So here's David Kedro, who was hit by a pitch with the bases loaded and reached on an error. Miranda leads from first, 2 outs. He hits a ground ball to third. Hawley with a long throw, and they got him at first. And that's the end of the 6th inning as we now go to the top of the 7th. No runs, a hit from the single by Miranda, and 1 left. Bulldogs lead 8-2 here at Nicolay Field. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back. This is the home of Adrian College Sports. And we are back. We are now at the top half of the 7th inning. Cole Grunwald will lead things off for the Scots as Clark, who has pitched a great game today. First pitch to Grunwald is in there for a strike. As Jack Boyk, who's now in center field, will make the catch. As he's just replaced Joe Cassell in center, makes the first play for out number 1. There's Dalton Alexander, who has doubled, grounded out. Will take a strike from Clark. Excuse me. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Alexander swings. It's a high pop fly. Miranda says he's got it, and he makes the catch for out number 2. Speaking of AJ, I would like to give a shout out to his fiancee, Anna Sharkey, who is also watching this game, as I also received a text from her on direct messaging on Instagram. Anna, I want to say thank you for the shout out. I really appreciate it. As that was a good catch made by AJ. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's a ground ball right to the shortstop, Bruder, as he makes the play. And that's going to be a 1-2. That's another 1-2-3 inning for Jackson Clark, as we're going to take our 7th inning stretch as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. Bulldogs 8, Scots 2. This is the home of Adrian College Sports. And we are back now, as I would like to correct an error that I made earlier. Pitching now for the Scots is Ken Fissler, the sophomore from Canton, Michigan. My apologies, everyone, as I accidentally looked at the wrong roster, but as a young broadcaster, it's always a reminder that it's okay to make a mistake every now and then. As we are getting a pinch hitter for the Bulldogs, Edward Wagner, the senior from Toledo, Ohio. Fun fact, that is the same city where I was born about 21 years ago. That's outside, 2-0. On Wagner, who's pinch hitting for Andrew Klaus. That's ball 4. Wagner draws a walk. So pitching is Ken Fissler, ladies and gentlemen, not Adam Grzywinski. Again, my apologies. As here's the hero of the day, Ryan Davis, who has hit a grand slam and an RBI double. He is 2 for 3 today. He has also struck out looking. Here's the pitch from Fissler. Oh, 0-2 on Davis, as as a coach sending out a pinch runner. Brendan Willetston will run for Wagner. Brendan Willetston, the junior from Green Bay, Wisconsin. And he can run. 0-2 now on Ryan Davis, the third baseman for the Bulldogs. 0-2 from Fissler. That's going to get away as Willetston will advance to second. One and two on Davis. Swings and hits it foul. Nobody out here in the bottom of the seventh. One and two from Fissler. Davis hits a ground ball to the shortstop, Tuttle. Davis is out. Going to third is Willetston. And now Easton Rogers, who has had 2 RBIs today. One out now. And that hits Rogers. And the Bulldogs will have runners at the corners with only 1 out. And we're getting a pinch hitter. As now we're going to get another pinch runner. As Easton Rogers is coming out of the game. As Cam Holliver will run for Rogers. As Jack Boyke, who is playing center field now, will pinch hit for Travis Lifford. First pitch to Boyke. This is low and inside, ball 1 from Fissler. Jack Boyke is a sophomore as he hits one to right center, and Foley will make the catch. And Holliver will have to come back to first, but they got him. That's a double play to end the bottom of the 7th. What a throw by Mitch Foley. As we now go to the 8th inning. But let's take a look at the apologies for the timing on that. As we now go to the 8th inning. Bulldogs 8, Scots 2. We are back now here at the top of the 8th inning. As Jackson Clark, as Mitch Foley, who made a great throw from center, will lead things off here in the top of the 8th. 0-1 from Clark. That's strike 2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. But Kedro will have to throw to first to confirm the strikeout. As that's strikeout number 7 now for Jackson Clark. That's outside. Here's the 1-0. A grounder to second for Charles. Makes a good play for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down in the 8th. Here's Kevin Tuttle. First pitch to Tuttle is a called strike. And also a run scored for Adrian in the last inning. On that last double play, the run scored before the throw was complete. So it is now 9-2 in favor of the Bulldogs. So again, we apologize on the timing. A ball and 2 strikes. Tuttle hits it right back to the mound. Clark makes a good play. That's a 1-2-3 inning. That's 6 in a row retired by Clark. As we now go to the bottom of the 8th real quick. But before that, let's look at the replay. Yeah, Clark does a good job picking it up and throwing and making the underhand toss to Miranda. As we now go to the bottom of the 8th inning, Bulldogs 9 and the Scots 2. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Here. And we are back here in the bottom of the 8th inning as we're getting a new pitcher. Alex Hardacre will take over for Ken Fissler as he will face Jacob Charles, Joe Cassell, and Nick Bruder, who are due up. Jacob Charles, who has walked twice and has stolen a base. First pitch from Hardacre is a fly ball into right. And that's going to be caught by Grunwald for the first out of the inning. Here's Joe Cassell, who is now moved from center field to right field. will take an at-bat here in the 8th. 2-0 from Hardacre. Alex Hardacre is a freshman from Livonia, Michigan. That is now 3-0 on Cassell. Here's the 3-0 pitch. Ball 4. And Cassell will be aboard as he has walked. And Nick Bruder, the shortstop. Here's the pitch from Hardacre. In there for a strike. Cassell leads from first, only one out, and that's a good block from Martin. One pickoff attempt, not in time. One and one on Bruder, as Cassell will lead from first. Here's the pitch. 2 balls and a strike. Miranda on deck. Only one out. Here's the 2-1 delivery. And there's a base hit to right field. Cassell will advance to second as Bruder has his second single of the day. Let's take a look at it again. As Bruder hits it the opposite way. Gets between Alexander and Carnicone. With Miranda now due up. Miranda has been hit by a pitch twice, has flied out, but singled back in the 6th. As Miranda, this is his 5th at-bat of the day. Runners at first and second, only one out. Miranda takes the ball low. Here's the 1-0. On the outside corner, the count is even at 1-1. Runners going. No throw. As Cassell has stolen third. But Bruder will hold at first. As the Bulldogs will have runners at the corners. Here's a 2-1 delivery. Miranda swings and misses. Strike 2. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Miranda fouls it away. This has been a good at-bat for him so far. Runners at first and second, only one out. As Cassell just stole third. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And that's ball 3. Which Miranda was able to stop himself from swinging at that one. And the count is now full. 3-2. Miranda hits a ground ball to third. That is a foul ball. Here's a 3-2 pitch. Miranda, it's a ground ball, base hit to left field. A run will score. As Miranda has an RBI single, makes it 10-2 as Cassell comes in to score from third. Let's take a look at it. As Miranda kept it on the ground, gets past Tuttle. It is now 10-2. So here's Kedro. Kedro swings and hits a high fly ball to center. Foley says he's got it, makes the catch. Runner will tag as Bruder will make it to third. As Miranda still at first. There's Brendan Willitson. Earlier came into this game as a pinch runner. Will bat here in the 8th inning. With runners on the corners with 2 outs. 0-1. Slow breaking ball in there for strike 2. If he shall reach, Ryan Davis is on deck. Runners going, and that's fouled away. As Davis comes to pick it up to hand it back to the home plate umpire. Two outs, runners at the corners, runners going again, and no throw from Martin. And that's a stolen base now for A.J. Miranda. Here's the 0-2. Ball 1 on the curve. Now the Bulldogs will have runners, both of them in scoring position. The 2-2 pitch. Outside, 3-2. Three and two now. Here's a high pop fly toward the left side. And Holly makes the catch to end the inning. As let's take a look at that one. As it was popped up. As Holly stumbled a little, but was able to make the catch. As we now go to the 9th inning on a 10-2 ball game in favor of the Bulldogs. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. This is the home of Adrian College Sports.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
Here we go in the 9th inning. Jackson Clark pitched a great game today, but will now be substituted by Lincoln Lipinski, the sophomore from Onstead, Michigan. One of the closest towns to my hometown, Sand Creek, Michigan. As Lipinski makes his warm-up throws to to Kedro. As he'll get some last-minute advice from the catcher, Kedro. As what a game it has been here at Nicolay Field. And for those of you watching at home, make sure to click on the red button, the one that says subscribe, and tap the bell for notifications so you won't miss another ACTV moment. And we hope you've enjoyed our broadcast. I am Forrest Vernier on play-by-play. Alex Herman is directing. You can also follow us on Instagram, Facebook. Oh and 1. That's in the dirt. On Avery Carnicon. Here's the 1-1. As Lipinski will try to close things out in the ninth. The 2-1 pitch. He just missed on the outside corner. 3-1. And there's a fly ball to left center, and that'll get down for a base hit. As the Scots have the leadoff man aboard here in the ninth with Chakowski. Chakowski has pitched, but has still remained in this game as the designated hitter for the Scots. As Chakowski swings and misses on the first pitch from Lipinski. Oh and 1. And that's going to get away from Kedro. And Carnicon will advance to second on a wild pitch. One and 1 on Chakowski. Lipinski checks the runner. And Chakowski hits a fly ball to right center, going back to the wall, and that is gone, a home run. A 2-run home run by Colin Chakowski. As it is now 10-4. Let's look at the replay. No doubt about it. As that's a 2-run home run. It is now 10-4. With nobody out yet here in the ninth. Fouled away. Oh and 1 on Mac Hawley, who has struck out twice. Breaking ball in there for strike 2. As Lipinski now getting ahead on the count. 0-2. Ground ball right back to the mound. Lipinski will take care of it for the first out here in the ninth. Here's Cole Grunwald. Grunwald has flied out and grounded out. Will now bat with 1 out here in the ninth. As he takes a strike from Lipinski. 0-1. Low and in the dirt. A ball and a strike on Grunwald. Alexander is on deck. There's a ground ball to the second baseman, Charles. 2 down in the ninth. Alexander now the last hope for the Scots. Bulldogs are an out away from getting the win. Check swing, foul, hits the net. If Alexander shall reach, Charlie Martin is on deck. 2 outs here in the ninth. The 0-1 delivery. And that hits Alexander. Now Charlie Martin will get a chance to bat here in the ninth. Martin in the second had an RBI single. Alexander now leads from first. First pitch to Martin is high for ball 1. Here comes the 1-0. That's in there for strike 1. Alexander leads from first. 2 outs, the 1-1. Slow breaking ball in there for strike 2. And Lipinski's a strike away from finishing this off. The Scots are down to their final strike. 1-2. That's going to get away from Kedro. Alexander will advance to second, and they'll throw back. Not in time. One and 2 on Charlie Martin. So Alexander is now on second base. 2-2. Just missed. The count is full. Later on after this game is over, the Adrian College Club Baseball will take on EMU. The 3-2. Here's a drive into center. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Alexander rounding third. And he'll slide in safely. And the lead is now cut in half. On an RBI single. That was a good hit from Martin. Mitch Foley is now up. We're now at the bottom of the lineup. First pitch from Lipinski is in there for a strike on a breaking ball. 2 down in the ninth. The Scots have scored 3 runs here in this inning. That's in there for strike 2. Bulldogs a strike away and out away is Lipinski. That is just outside on the breaking ball. A ball and 2 strikes on Mitch Foley, the center fielder. Now the 1-2 pitch. Fouled away. Scots once again are down to their last strike. Runner at first, 2 down. Again, the 1-2 pitch. And he got him swinging. But Kedro will throw to first to confirm the strikeout, and that's the ball game. As the Bulldogs are winners today, what a game here at Nicolay Field. As Adrian College defeats Alma College 10-5. Great hitting from both teams, but in the end, it is Adrian College that reigns supreme today. Good pitching from Clark and Lipinski. And good hitting. The Bulldogs mainly came from Ryan Davis, who hit a grand slam and an RBI double. RBIs also came from Easton Rogers. As your final scores, your final stats for today, Adrian College with 10 runs, 7 hits, and 1 error. And the Scots with 5 runs, 5 hits, and 2 errors. Thank you very much for listening today. From Alex Herman, who did a good job directing today. I am Forrest Vernier here on Play-by-Play. And stay tuned for our next game as Adrian College Club Baseball will take on EMU. And as always, go in love and peace.